Hello, hello, and welcome back to another week of Real Estate Unfiltered. And I am your favorite real estate agent, Jordana, here in Pittsburgh. And I always want to start off by thanking Mia because she comes up with these ideas of what we should talk about. And I think we're on the 28th week. Is that correct?
That's right.
I cannot believe that. But this year, definitely, like every year we say, it's flying by. Can't believe kids are back to school now. I don't know about you guys, but I have a lot of mixed feelings about it. I love the summer and being home with the kids and having fun, but there's something about the fall coming up that's going to be really great too. All right, let's get into business. So, the reason I do this is because a lot of people ask similar questions, and I am always happy to answer all those questions anytime. So, you know how to reach out to me. But I just wanted to put as much information out there as possible. So, this is a good one for today, the home warranty. And the reason it's a really good one is because I get so many mixed, I guess I could say, reviews about the home warranty. So first of all, if you're on the seller side, it's almost a no-brainer to just add a home warranty or allow the buyer to ask you to put one on. Now, I do have a new listing that everything's new. So we didn't put the home warranty on. Everything already has it's complete flip. Everything already has its own warranty. But what's happens is a lot of times buyers will ask the seller to pay for a 1 year home warranty, and it's about $600. So, and you don't pay for it, the seller, until closing, and it covers you while it's listed. So for $600, maybe you're making 50,000, 20, 10, 100, 500. 600 is a small amount in the grand scheme of things. Sometimes people get real stubborn. I am not giving a home warranty. It's like, you know, penny wise, pound foolish, as they say. That being said, a lot of people have very mixed, not just opinions, but should say experiences with the home warranty. So, what does a home warranty cover? So, if you have a regular warranty, I mean, insurance on your house, that covers like if the house burns down, okay, something major. But let's just say your hot water tank breaks, so your furnace breaks, that is going to be covered. And that's a big deal because that's what scares most people to not buying. And so for the first year, and I always say just add it every year, if your furnace breaks, and a lot of us here in Pittsburgh have old houses and old furnace and old hot water tanks, you have to pay deductible, but they will replace or repair. Now, here's where I don't want to say the debate, but here's where the different opinions experiences come from. The reality is it's an insurance company. It's a business. They don't want to put money out. They're I mean, they'll say, look at all the money we put out. I get it. But no company really wants to put money out. So they're not exactly going to make it easy. And in Pittsburgh, there are so many things that could go wrong in a house that it's so easy for them to spend thousands and thousands for a $600 warranty. So I'm not going to lie, it can be difficult. It can be challenging. And here's another thing where your trusted advisor comes in. I have direct contact with people. So if you're getting the 800 number and they're giving you a runaround and they won't get stuff done, please let me know. I will hound my people, and ultimately it still may not be covered, but I can get answers much quicker and people out there much faster because the reason I say it may not be covered is I have the home warranty. And every time on all my properties, and every time I think that's it, I'm going to cancel it, something big happens and I think I should have had it. And the other thing is that I do like about the home warranty, it's almost like a property manager in that they send out their own plumber. There are companies where you could choose your own plumber. I personally like the one that already has them. They have their relationship. They can keep on it. If those people don't do their job, then the home warranty can be involved. So I personally prefer that. Some people want their own contractors to be able to be covered. If you want that, there are some companies for that. I'm not personally as big of a fan of that because I want it like seamless. Um, but okay, so what questions do we have, Mia?
Hmm. Our first question is, with so many older homes in Pittsburgh, are there certain systems or ages of equipment where you're more likely to
Ooh.
recommend a home warranty to a buyer?
Ooh, well, first of all, that's a really good question. Like I said, I recommend it for all. people. So if seller won't pay for it as a buyer, you're spending thousands of dollars. I would still buy it for $50 a month. I mean, think about, $600 a year around. So that's about $50 a month. I would say for every house. The only thing is if everything's brand new, the sewer, well, they don't cover the sewer line anyway. You have to look at the fine print, obviously. And even then, there's finer print, like everything else. I mean, let's be honest. But I think ultimately I have a new fridge, a new dishwasher, I have a new dryer, I believe. I mean, it wasn't easy. Sometimes I got to fight with them. It takes 5 people to come out in 3 months. But I'm not gonna lie, but I got a washer. You know what I mean? So it really it takes some patience. It takes a bunch of things. And like I said, I also like the fact that they send their own people because then it can't be a question. I mean, they have to answer to this big company. So of course, I have very good people to fix stuff, but it's still nice to have a big company behind it that they're holding them responsible. Because if they lie to them and say it's broken and it isn't, that's really bad for their company, if that makes sense. Did that help?
And our next question is, if you're representing a buyer and the seller won't pay for the home warranty, how do you help the buyer decide whether it's still worth purchasing one themselves?
Oh, that's a good question too. Yeah, no, that's like what I was saying. So you and I are right on the same mindset here and path in what we're thinking. So I just say yes, get it. I think it's a no-brainer. I mean, I think that, the other thing I do want to say, let me just go back for a minute to the seller. The thing that is good for the seller is it also, like I had a buyer once who moved in, they said, "Oh, the disposal isn't working." The seller hadn't lived there for a while. And rather than calling the seller, they could call an 800 number and have it fixed. And it kind of should ultimately give peace of mind to the buyer and the seller. So for the most part, the sellers do pay. If they don't, I highly, highly recommend for you're buying a house, and I do recommend for $600. I mean, you're spending 300,000 ultimately. What's $600? So yes, and I can help order it. Anything else?
Okay. As of this time, we don't have any other questions.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And you guys know how to find me. I wish everybody best of luck in the new school year if you have kids in the school or you're going back to school. And you know where to find me. And I am always big on education. And one of the things with education is educate yourself on investing. And I'm here to help you with that. And the reason why is because you really want to build your wealth. You see this, what's going on in our economy. It's up and down. It's uncertain. But one thing for sure is real estate historically is always appreciated ultimately. So it's always been, and I hate to say anything's always, but for the most part, 99.999% has been worth it. So just now's the time. And I see a lot of younger people like scared to get in or whatever. Please contact me and I am happy to help you. All right. Have a great day.
Thank you.